and welcome to my channel. This is my first video on this YouTube channel, my first vlog that I'm putting out there, and I'm so happy you're here. My name is Amanda. I've been creating content for years over on my Instagram, Amanda Ray Everyday, and I'm really excited to meet you guys here in this space and create some longer form type of content and just let you in behind the scenes of our day-to-day life a little bit more. I'm a wife, a mom, a woman of God, a sourdough bread baker, a homemaker. I'm super passionate about cooking from scratch, but keeping it simple. I love and adore my husband. We have been married for almost 14 years. I've known him for half of my whole life, for 20 something years, and we have 4 kids. We have 2, our bigger kids, they are 10 and 12 in that preteen kind of stage of life, and then we have our younger kids, they are 4 and 6. I stay home with our kids and raise our family, which is such a blessing. I'm super passionate about cooking from scratch, but keeping it simple. I recently launched a scratch cooking made simple meal planning guide. So lots going on here all the time, and I'm super excited to just bring you guys along, just to share wisdom that I've learned in motherhood over the years, to share different things that might be on my heart, to teach you a thing or two in the kitchen about scratch cooking, about bread baking, about canning, preserving, just all the things. Right, I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for quite some time. It's just been this little idea that's been buzzing in my heart, and I am turning 40 in a few days, and I thought, okay, this is it. Now is the time. Let's do it. We're gonna just dive in. I don't know exactly how. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. I don't know all the details, but I'm just gonna dive in, figure it out along the way, and bring you guys along. So welcome, I'm so happy you're here. To kick things off for this first video, it's my 40th birthday in a couple of days, and I am gonna bring you guys along. You guys, I'm baking 40 loaves of bread on my 40th birthday. It is the biggest bake, the most amount of loaves of bread I've ever baked in one big bake, and I'm super excited but a little bit nervous also that I'm gonna be able to pull this all off. And this all came to life just a couple of days ago. My husband and I were having coffee together, and we had the thought that this week I'm turning 40, and backstory, earlier this year I started baking sourdough bread. I will share the story of my sourdough bread baking in another video. But earlier this year, I started baking sourdough bread actually on Easter weekend, after having baked for my own family for about 6 or more weeks. I decided to put some bread, loaves of bread, out on our front porch and invite our neighbors on Easter weekend to come grab a loaf to try one. And all the loaves got snatched up, and everyone loved my sourdough. Since then, everyone keeps asking for bread every week, and it's been such a blessing, and I've continued to bake week after week. And we are in July now, so April, May, June. This is my 4th month baking week after week, and it's been so fun. Usually I bake around 15 to 20 loaves a week, and so anyway, this week, my 40th birthday, my husband and I were having coffee, and we were both like, well, that would be cool. Like, what if you baked 40 loaves of bread on your 40th birthday? I have loved baking and serving our community week after week, and so I was like, okay, babe, let's give it a try. And so I put it out there in my bread alert and on my social media, and invited anyone who was local to help me bake 40 loaves of bread on my 40th birthday, and it's Sunday afternoon. I'll be baking Tuesday morning, and we're almost there. I'm just a few loaves short of being able to have 40 loaves of bread ordered this week to bake 40 loaves. So, oh my word, I'm like really excited and a little bit nervous. Actually, after I put it all out there, within hours, people were ordering, and we were like beyond the 30 mark, and I looked at my inventory in my kitchen and I'm like, shoot, the most loaves I've ever baked was 30, and I don't think I have enough supplies. I went and told my husband, I'm like, I don't have enough supplies to bake 40 loaves of bread. Like, you need a banneton for each loaf because my bread cold proofs and ferments overnight for 24 hours, and it goes in its own banneton. And I was like, babe, I don't have 40 bannetons. And he said, you better get on Amazon. And so I did. The bannetons, extra ones, just got here. And you guys, we're making 40 loaves of bread on my 40th birthday together, and I'm excited to bring you along. The box just came. My daughter told me that there is an Amazon box, and so it looks like some of the, so I needed some more twine because that's what we package up the bread with. This week actually last week, my daughter and I learned how to use wax seals on our packaging, and so I went ahead and grabbed some more wax for the wax seals for the big bake. Okay, these are linen towels. They're 100% cotton linen towels, and I use these to put the bread in after it's shaped into the loaf, and so I wanted to make sure I had enough of these because I'll need 40 at one time. Okay, this is our, you guys, we're getting a puppy. That will be a whole nother video. We're getting a puppy in a few days, and so this is the mat that we got for the puppy crate. Is there another box? Two more boxes coming right up.
This one says pet something. This one. Oh, watch out, buddy.
This is supposed to be a really nice washable puppy pad. Scoot that way. Scoot that way. And I really like it already. It has the little grippies on the bottom, and it looks like super easy to throw in the wash. So we're gonna use this.
A dog bowl.
A dog bowl. We're gonna use this underneath the dog crates. Okay. A dog bowl. Aww. My girl is helping me out opening our packages. I'm pretty sure that this is the banneton. Yes. All right. So we have 16 more bannetons, so that makes a total of 40 that we needed to bake the 40 loaves. So that is what came in the mail today. All right, it is Sunday afternoon, and I am preparing to do my biggest sourdough bake yet this week. My husband and I challenged myself to bake 40 loaves on my 40th birthday. I'm bringing you guys along, and I'll be baking on Tuesday morning, July 16th, which is my actual 40th birthday. And on Sunday is when all the magic starts to happen. So this is Mandy. She is my sourdough starter. I fed her earlier this morning, and I'm about to feed her again. I'm gonna feed this gal. She's gonna rise up, give me 400 something grams, and then I'm gonna feed again this evening, and overnight all the magic is gonna happen. And when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have lots and lots and lots of sourdough starter. It's so cool. All right, you guys. Okay, it is now Sunday evening, and that starter that I fed this afternoon, that smaller amount, I ended up putting it in this bigger tub, and so it has risen in size, and I think it's just about 500 grams of starter, which is just about what we need. I've got my notebook here with all of the 40 names written down who ordered loaves of bread this week. I've prayed over these people, and just I'm so fortunate and so blessed. Each name each loaf of bread on here truly means so much to me. And so if you're watching this and you ordered bread to help me bake 40 loaves on my 40th birthday, I am so, so grateful. All right, so this is like new territory. I've never baked this many loaves, and I'm gonna feed both of these, and overnight they're gonna get all bubbly, and then in the morning they should be like everything that we need to have the 3,000 plus grams of starter to mix the dough for our 40 loaves of bread. Good morning! It is bright and early. It's a beautiful Monday morning, and we are ready to get mixing up dough. So my gal Mandy put in overtime overnight, and look at all this beautiful sourdough starter. Yesterday when I mixed it up, it was just like right here, and it has done super well. So I'm hoping, I have no idea for sure, but I'm hoping that we have 3,000 something grams of starter here to be able to mix up our 40 loaves of bread. Like literally down to the gram of the sourdough starter that we need. That was a close call. So next time I will plan a little bit differently to make sure that we have just a little bit of an abundance. But we're here, are mixing our dough for 40 loaves of bread. Right now I hand mix our dough. I don't have a big mixer or anything, so this really takes a lot of muscle on my part, but when you split the dough into 2 tubs, you can do it. Okay friends, our dough is inside rising, and I am outside in part of my garden where I'm harvesting my own homegrown dill to be used in some of the bread that I'll be baking tomorrow. So this is organically grown dill. There's no pesticides or anything, and this is actually just a personal goal of mine, so it's a cool moment right now to be harvesting this dill to use in my bread, because one of the things that I wanted to bring to life when starting to bake bread for my community was to be able to use my own homegrown herbs in the bread that I bake. And so here we are. It is Monday afternoon. We've made it to the time in the afternoon where it is time to shape our loaves of bread. We mixed our dough bright and early this morning. It's been rising all day, and now we're ready for the dough dump. The dough dump is always the best part of dough day because it's when we dump the big tub of dough out, and it's just so stinking cool. I'm gonna get this big tub of dough. There's 28 loaves worth. I had a smaller bin that I already did that was the other 12 loaves, and we're gonna get going. I don't even know if I can lift this big loaf or this big dough tub up here, but we're gonna do it together. Oh my goodness. It's so heavy. This is a lot of dough. Like, it is almost to the edge of the countertop, you guys. Okay, just to show you the magnitude of the amount of dough that is happening. What? Wow. Okay. This is what we're working with. 40 loaves, 40th birthday. Here we go. believe it? There are 40 loaves of bread on my countertop, ready to go into the fridge for an overnight cold ferment for 24 hours. We did it! Woo! Okay, it is 9 o'clock. I just sat down just for a second here to check in with you guys. I cannot believe we pulled off dough day today for 40 loaves of bread. That was, wow, we did it. So I'm about to go do our bedtime rounds. Now we're gonna move into bake day, which starts very, very, very early tomorrow morning. Like, I'm gonna need to preheat my oven and start baking by 3 a.m. Yeah, so we're gonna start baking bright and early at 3 a.m. and I will meet you guys right back here in all my glory. Morning! It is bake day on my 40th birthday and we are doing it, you guys. It's about 6:30 a.m. I've been baking for 3.5-ish hours and we've baked 18 loaves of bread so far. So we're about halfway there and we're moving along on track because I wanted to have all my baking done by 10 a.m. And so we're getting ready to get our next round in the oven. I've baked almost all of our classic loaves and now we're moving on to our cheesy loaves. So here we go. There are 3 things that I love to do while the bread is baking. It takes about 50 minutes in the oven to bake. And so while the bread is baking, one thing that I like to do is have my morning appointment with the Lord. I will take and do my Bible study in the morning. That usually takes me about 20, sometimes 30 minutes. I use the First 5 app on my phone if I'm not doing like an actual study. And I've been using that app for years. It's been just an easier way for me to prioritize studying the Word in the morning. I've been raising and having babies for the last decade, and so I've gone through a lot of like tiresome times and seasons and being pregnant and postpartum and all that. I'll have to share another video about my Bible routine because I think it could be really handy and helpful for lots of mamas. But anyway, I like to do that. And then I have been this summer prioritizing watching the sunrise. Where I live, it's cold out a lot of the year, but in the summertime, it's so beautiful. And so I've been learning the benefits of getting sunlight first thing in the morning. And so I've been really trying to prioritize catching the sunrise on the early mornings that I'm awake. And then I will take some time to read for fun while the bread is baking. I'm starting a new book called The Housemaid. So I'm excited to do that, but that's usually what I do in the early morning hours when I'm awake before my husband and kids wake up when I'm up baking. All right, you guys are getting the full behind the scenes. The beautiful morning light is shining in. My kiddos are starting to wake up one by one. It's probably somewhere around like 7:30, and I have all of the bread bags for today and 40 labels. And so something that I tried to do the day before, but we didn't get it done. So we're going to just put the labels on the bags. This is a project that my kids love to help out with. Usually we'll have it done in advance and they like to sticker the bags. Hi friends, I'm pausing just to give a little update. We're moving right along. All of the 40 loaves are baked. We ran into a couple of hurdles today. I was just finishing up the wax seals and I broke my glue gun. So that's out of my control. There's nothing I can do about that. Half of the packaging for the bread today will not have wax seals. But it's okay. We're going to keep on failing forward and moving ahead. The other thing is I burned a couple of loaves today. One batch of loaves, the bottoms got really crispy. The tops of the bread look super beautiful still. I'm sure the inside is going to be amazing. And so I reached out to a couple of customers who ordered those loaves and explained what happened and offered to rebake them tomorrow morning. So I'll be rebaking those few tomorrow morning. But overall, we're moving along and we're doing it. All the loaves are baked, even through the hurdles that I experienced today. They're all baked, and this was such a fun day to bake 40 loaves of bread on my 40th birthday. I'm going to package these all up and get them off to their homes. Thank you guys for joining in on this journey with me. I can't believe I baked 40 loaves of bread on my 40th birthday. So stinking cool. It was really fun to share this day with you guys. Thanks for hanging with me. Don't forget to hit subscribe below before you go, and I'll see you on the next video.